Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. What do they do? Ugh, let's see. Where am I at? YouTube. How my link? Oh wait, I know on here link. There we go. There we go. Yeah, but ugh. No. I just came from the live. I'm about to head to bed, but thanks for hosting the after party. Yeah, that's me. I'm the after party. I'm always the after party. What can I say? This is my daytime. Um, Especially if my husband is actually getting ready to change his hours, and so like I will be up on my normal schedule all night essentially, and so I'm trying to get there, and this is my normal uptime. So it's funny to me. Everybody's like, "Oh, we're tired," whatever. It's like I'm good. So my husband just went to bed, but I'm up as usual. This is like my normal time. So I actually do lives about 8 o'clock at night every night on YouTube and sometimes on TikTok. It just depends. TikTok tends to ban me for pretty much breathing at this point. So I do my lives on YouTube every night at 8 o'clock and trauma lives. Usually Tuesday. It'll have to be Thursday this week because I slept through my alarm today. So yeah, I'm like a bona fide night owl. I'm actually pretty tired, shockingly, but I am going to be live here for a little bit and see if anybody wants to come hang out and talk. But I guess we'll see. Um, so I figured I'd go live here at least for a little bit. At least for a little bit. I might catch a cat nap here shortly before I take him to work. We'll see. But I figure I at least got an hour in me. Yes, Night Owl Club. Woo woo. Like I said, I do my lives at 8 o'clock, but every now and then I do end up like awake and functioning and whatever. Normally I'm gaming right now, but I have to pay my sub. I have not paid my sub yet, so yeah, I was on Fancy's live for a while, and she went to bed, so I decided to kind of keep. I know my hair is getting so long, and I just cut it again in April. What's going on? Um, I figured I'd get on here for a little bit. There was a pretty good room going over there. I'm obviously not gonna have the numbers she had, but I'm okay with that. um, I feel like there was a lot of I'm all right not having her chat was getting a little weird for me. So I just woke up and I'm so lost. Was Gypsy arrested? What's this video about Rod? Okay, so basically what happened is Rod randomly decided to put out a video showing that he's home and showing Gypsy laying in bed when, which is really weird because according to, I guess we have to say rumor, but allegedly she was supposed to be at the courthouse at 9 o'clock yesterday to talk about something. I'm not really sure what. This is all alleged, of course. And she didn't go, saying that she was having miscarriage pains. So yes, we were actually talking about that because Fancy was on there and Fancy was talking to Rod for the first time probably ever. Um, I don't even know when or if she's ever talked to Rod. And apparently, you are going to be able to catch Fancy's live on a lot of different people's live. I know Hello Starlight had to get her hands into it, so she's got it on there. Um, so she had a conversation with Rod on a person's live, and I guess it went fairly well. They were speaking together for quite some time. Rod seemed especially clueless about all of it. Um, so we were having a live, well, Fancy was having a live and talking about what had happened. We started at about midnight, and she just got off after having a very long panel discussion. I'm not a huge fan of panels necessarily, but I'm not against bringing people up to talk. Yeah, of course, Jackie. Um, I'm a brave soul to only get 2 hours of sleep. That happens to me quite a lot, quite a lot. Um, so Rod decided out of nowhere to randomly put up this video, and the only thing that I can think of at this point is they are scrambling for any type of damage control. I mean, look, does anybody know if he moved out? No. I mean, the reality of the situation is he does leave for his job for like 28 days at a time, and it could have just been a really well-timed leave when he left. Um, so I mean, we're not gonna know if he actually did leave unless they admit to it, and they're not gonna admit to it. Um, and yeah, I don't know you from a hole in the wall, Lizzie, and I also own half of France. Just because I said it on the internet makes it true. A lot of these people come in and they claim to know this and they claim to know that, and it's frustrating because a lot of it is just trolls. It's just a lot of trolls. Um, yeah, they're not even making any sense at this point. They're up on my TikTok, not making any sense. So, um, if anybody has any questions that was in Fancy's live here, I can do my best to kind of hopefully answer them. Okay, his truck was in his driveway when they was on live saying he was gone. Do we have video of that? So what medications is Gypsy taking? So this person came into the live and they were like, um, like, is she fine now? Yada yada. And I was like, well, she's on medication. And they're like, what medications? Look, I don't know. I didn't see the name of the bottle, but I can tell you that there is absolutely a clip where she's getting ready and she's sitting on her bed, and on her bed there is a bag, and in that bag there is a gallon bag of medication. You can see plain as day. There was a clip of it going around. If you didn't see the clip, I'm sorry, not your FYP apparently, but my FYP showed me a clip of Gypsy getting ready, and there was an absolute gallon bag that had pill bottles in it. So, do I know what she's on? No. Could I read the bottles? No. Were they actual prescription bottles? Yes. So I don't know what she's on, but she's on stuff because she has a gallon bag of medication. So there's something she's taking. Could definitely be some prenatals, definitely. That some of them are smaller bottles though. So yeah, I couldn't tell you which episode or whatever it's in because I've only watched episode 5, which I had a whole video on the bullshit of episode 5 and what they left out of it. Which is really funny considering the narrative they're trying to push, that they didn't put everything in episode 5 because that Lord knows they could have. But there was a lot of stuff missing in episode 5. I've not watched 6, 7, or 8 yet, but this was one. She was getting ready. She was sitting on her bed. She was talking to Ken, talking about she was tracking him on. He was on his way to visit her, and she was tracking him on GPS. So that's where that came from. She said she was tracking him on GPS, and they actually show on the bed, and there's a gallon bag full of medication. So yeah. All right, let's see here. Hold on. All right. So is she going back to jail? Nobody knows because allegedly the rumors on the street are that she was due back in court today at 9 o'clock, and she did not show up because she was having miscarriage symptoms. Very well timed. Very well timed. So, okay, you are extremely annoying. So you're going to go now. I can't stand people who are repetitive. That is like one of the only ways to get blocked. Be disrespectful or be repetitive, and that girl is repetitive and annoying, so I had to block her. I'm not a big block fan. I don't block a lot of people. I don't really feel the need to, but when you're just being repetitive and annoying, that's usually when you're going to get blocked. So, she won't get away with everything, and I don't know because she's a horrible liar. She is. Yes. So for the 19,000th time, Fancy was on there. She grilled Rod. Rod apparently was schooled in a bunch of shit he didn't know about. Um, and hopefully the live that just took place where Fancy was on a panel with Rod, hopefully he begins to understand what is exactly is going on, because I feel like he's extremely willfully ignorant. I feel like he likes to be clueless. Because if he's not clueless, then he has to deal with why isn't he doing anything? Because as it stands right now, she's running amok, living in his house. They can say that she's not had X amount of parole violations, but there's literally a text message that she put out saying, I've already been in trouble once. The next time I go to jail, that shows that she's already getting violations. So you can literally sit here and say she's not getting them, but her text messages are absolutely saying she is getting them. So then it just makes you look like you're trying to spin a story. So why can't she live with Ken, but she can with Ryan? I don't understand that. I'm sure there's somebody a lot smarter than me that could tell you. It doesn't make sense to me personally. I think it's because they're not married. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm gonna assume it's because they're not married and she has to live with somebody, I guess. I don't know. I'm really concerned about the miscarriage thing. Like, is she really? I don't know. Well, I know because she's married to Ryan. No, he moved to Louisiana, supposedly. Did he move to Louisiana yet? I know he was. What was the court date for? Well, if you've been living under a rock, I'm not exactly entirely sure to be 100%. There's been a lot of rumor going around that there was cops at her house, but at the same time, she had the phone call with Bree that I have seen Bree try to dig her way out of on numerous lives. Thank you, Nazareth. I appreciate you. Um, and she has been in trouble for getting a hold of inmates. And there has been numerous text messages that she's put out there where she has been caught talking to inmates she shouldn't be talking to on numerous occasions, and she got caught. And then Bree said, I would just lie. And well, I mean, Zaddy don't lie, so I don't know why she would lie, but she was supposed to allegedly be in court today at 9 o'clock, and she was not. So I heard there was a divorce hearing, and Ryan didn't show up. Yeah, because he was told he didn't have to. He was told he didn't have to. So let's see. Did she go to a bar with her cousins? I have no idea. I don't. I'm not that much of a fly on the wall. Her dad posted said she isn't going back. He showed her in bed. Yeah, that's interesting. Explain to me how Rod and Christy have never actually went live or went on a panel or made any type of video until now, because they're scrambling. They're scrambling and they're doing damage control. They're doing damage control. And the only believable face at this point is Rod's, because I mean, honestly, are we going to believe Gypsy? Because there's lots of text messages out there that say that she's lying. And I'm pretty sure that at this point, most people don't trust Christy. So the only person that they can have to save face to look like they are not doing damage control is to throw Rod out there. And Rod is fucking clueless. And I think and I'm just going to put this out there because what do I know? But I think it's very strange that the one time that people say he's not living there, he manages to get on multiple lives for over an hour with no interruption at all. That's kind of odd. There was no, I mean, Jesus Christ, when Gypsy goes live, Christy's in there every 5 fucking seconds. And you're telling me that Rod's on a live with Fancy and there wasn't a whole fucking conundrum? Yeah, he does look like he's reading from a fucking script. So that video looks extremely controlled. He keeps looking over to the side. If you don't believe me, it's I'm blocked. I had to go. Somebody sent me the video. I had to go hunt it down because he blocked me. I've been blocked by Rod now. I didn't even know he had the account, and I was blocked. Like, damn, that's preemptive. That is preemptive. He blocked me and I didn't even know his damn TikTok, but okay. Um, in the video, he literally just keeps like looking over to the side. Like it looks very interesting. Um, but yeah, if for Rod to be able to go on a live for any length of time and not be interrupted in and out, I gotta say he had to be by himself. I'm sorry. That's just my view. I think to me he'd have to be by himself because I know how it works. I know how it works. So I mean, um, yeah, I don't know. It's because they were all on his side watching on the side watching him. That's what I think. Because I mean he kept looking over to the side. I think it's very contrived that he's like, "Oh, look at me. I'm home. Oh, look, here's Gypsy." I'm sorry, that just looks fake as fuck to me, so whatever. I mean, it's just my opinion. It just seemed fake as fuck. One minute, Rod never gets on anything, never does anything, never gets involved with anything. And the one time that the shit is hitting the proverbial fan, suddenly now he speaks, and I still do not even know how that motherfucker has me blocked. I didn't even know he had a TikTok. According to Christy, they shared everything. I didn't even know he had one, and I'm already blocked. Like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Um, yeah, I was pretty shocked. Somebody sent me a video and I thought it was like a fake account. So like I go to click it and it says account not found. I'm like, oh, this must be the real deal. So I got on a burner account and I went and looked. I was like, oh yeah, this is this. So I was like watching it or whatever. And I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention because it just looked weird. So I started paying attention more towards the middle of it. And I'm just like, so he just randomly decides to get up, randomly decides to show his house, and randomly decides to go in a gypsy's room. And she randomly is just sitting on the bed. Okay, cool, whatever. For somebody who was supposedly supposed to be in court due to, she missed it because of a miscarriage pain. She was sitting in that bed chilling pretty fucking good to me. But what do I know? What do I know? Well, a lot of women on TikTok are going after him. Well, I guess Christy was right in keeping that dual account then that she can monitor because I've heard a lot of women on TikTok are for whatever reason enamored, don't quite understand it. Doesn't seem like he's I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to speak ill on him. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. It wouldn't really solve anything. I was told, oh shit, we should all message that account for can't they prove if she had a miscarriage? Well, I mean, yeah, they could show there's tests, obviously. It's weird to me because not that I follow a whole lot, but people keep sending me weird little clips of stuff. And apparently there was the supposed negative pregnancy test in April. And then the one in May does not say positive or negative. It says abnormal. Abnormal is usually used when there is a level of HCG that would indicate positivity, but it is not doubling the way it should be. And there could be a miscarriage due to HCG not doubling correctly, is what abnormal is usually used for. And that was on May 27th when she had originally went into the doctor and had that whole really weird video that showed up where like the doctor didn't wear gloves and then they redid a whole thing and it looked really weird, but what the hell do I know? Um, did Rod open Gypsy's bedroom door without knocking and wait for her to say to come in? He didn't knock, from what everybody says he didn't knock. Everybody said he didn't knock. Like I said, my volume wasn't that far up and I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention because it just seemed weird the way he kept looking off like this. And I'm like, okay, so obviously whatever this is some ploy. So I'm not really gonna take it a whole very seriously. It's his house, so in a way he doesn't need to. Okay, and I get that, but at the same time, she could have been naked, dude. Like, do you need to knock in your own house? Not technically. Should you? Yeah. Especially when you have another adult living there, you have no idea what they're doing. So, I mean, just a thought. Like, I mean, yeah, it's his house. He doesn't have to, but should you, out of, I don't know, common decency? Yeah, probably. Do I live in the same town as them? Not even close. He does not want drama, yet keeps it going. I am still shocked. I'm telling you, the only reason that he put that video out is he's the only believable person at this point that lives in that house. I mean, Mia could have, probably. What's Mia said on it? I don't follow any of them. I'm blocked by most of them. What is Mia said? I mean, Mia goes live and posts a lot. So what is she saying about it? Is she saying anything at all? Because I've noticed that whole side has been pretty quiet in the past couple days. Right, Birch? I agree. Yes, they do a urine test and blood. Yes. I've never seen one video from Dylan. Has anyone? Dylan tries to stay away from everything. At least that's what Christy told me, is that Dylan likes to stay away from all of the drama, etc., which is why he doesn't come around very often, I guess. The new PR team is on it. Yeah, that's why they let Rod go out and make a video where he looks like he's being held hostage. Yay, PR team. People were literally writing in that video, blink twice if you need help. I don't think that was a wise decision at all. I can't understand if a PR actually signed off on that. He literally looked like he was reading like the ransom note. Mia says Gypsy should think before she speaks. I said that all the time. For the urine test, abnormal means positive. No, it doesn't. Positive means positive. Negative means negative. And abnormal means abnormal. Have you never been pregnant? My daughter was pregnant. It never said abnormal. Most people I know that have been pregnant hasn't said abnormal. And if you Google what abnormal means, it will tell you what I just told you. They did that. There was one that says positive, and there's another one that says abnormal. I don't tell you. I'm not arguing with people. Oh, yeah, I agree. If you're on live, you should probably give somebody a heads up before you knock on their door in case they're in some stage of undress, for sure. Okay, so here's the deal, though. Red gummies, a bag of just red gummies. Here's the thing. Everybody has a lot of things up. I heard this and I heard that. I heard that she told Christy how she did it, and I heard that they're fighting. Until anybody has any type of proof, you can't go off of I heard. I can't. You are making a woman that her child bitch. What? What the fuck were you just trying to say? Is there a way I can explain malingering? That's what Dee Dee was doing. She was making up all of these things to make a profit. Munchausen by proxy is an actual disorder. It's in the DSM-5. And they do that as a mental disorder where they literally make the person sick. This isn't about, hey, sit in a wheelchair and look sick. They would poison them and make them to where they were bedridden, or Munchausen by proxy makes the person sick. That's what people are not understanding. Malingering is saying, hey, yeah, my kid's sick. Can I have a free house and Disney trips? Munchausen by proxy is not just sit your ass in a wheelchair. It's not just, hey, we're going to shave your head. It is literally making the child sick enough that it goes to the doctor and it looks like there's something wrong. And that's where people, I think, are getting things fucked up. Munchausen by proxy is not just saying your kid is sick. It is making them sick. It can, like, if you if you look at the statistics of Munchausen by proxy, lots of children die because their parents do awful things. Like, I think it's Lacey Spears. She's when she put salt water in his bag and literally killed him. Like, true Munchausens, the participant, the unwilling participant, can end up actually dead. Okay, Dee Dee didn't do anything to Gypsy that made her have to go to the doctor. She said that Gypsy went to the doctor. She made her look like she went to the doctor. But there's no defining moment that showed that she was making Gypsy sick. And I think that's what people are not understanding. Munchausen by proxy isn't just, oh, hey, you're sick, act sick. No, you have to stay in the wheelchair. Yep. That's not how it is. Yes, I understand fictitious disorder is a newer, more explanative. I get that. But the problem is most people know it as Munchausen's. It's the same thing when you try to tell people about multiple personality disorder and it's actually dissociative identity disorder. Or when you try to talk to people about manic depression, which is actually bipolar. Lots of different maladies end up having different names that are more politically correct. Munchausen's by proxy is actually a dated term, and it's actually a fictitious disorder now. I'm aware. You're a psychiatrist? Congratulations. I've seen people like you for the past 30 years, so I'm not completely stupid. Yes, it's a long con. 100%. 100% it's a long con. Yes, Garnet Spears was a child who actually had their lives taken by an MVP person. Let's see. Yeah, that's the problem and that happens a lot. I've had lots of people. It's so frustrating to me as a person who has multiple mental illnesses. Can you tell? I have been diagnosed with a myriad of mental illnesses since I was 17 years old, and it's very frustrating to me when you're talking to somebody and they're like, I have manic depression and bipolar," and I'm like, those are the same thing. No, it says both on my chart. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You can think it does, but it doesn't. It's the same disease. The problem is they just change the names of different things as you go. Unipolar depression is a strictly depression or major depression, etc. I'm gonna choke on these damn gummies. No, the House of Cards is falling. People are running from that camp left and right. All of their secrets are being outed. They never counted on me and Fancy getting back to working together. They never thought Katie Joy was going to spill their secrets. Oh, Jesus Christ, did I just see what I thought I did? For the love of Christ, for the 37th time, bipolar and manic depression are the same thing. This is why I always have to doubt people when they give me their diagnostics. I'm not meaning to be an asshole, but if you don't even understand your diagnostic, please don't tell people them. Look, I'm not a nice person a lot of the time. I know this. But it's very frustrating to me when people get psychiatric terms fucked up. That is not how it is in your file, I guarantee you. And if it is, you need somebody that does not have his license out of a Cracker Jack box. Unless you're talking about the fact it has it in parentheses, which again, I still wouldn't understand. Okay. So your problem is GUN would not let you challenge on 6 wounds going to the lungs because there wasn't 6 wounds going into the lungs. There was only 4 deep wounds and only one of them went into the lung. And they talk about that in the trial. There was only 4 deep wounds. How can 6 of them go into the lungs? So that's probably why they didn't let you challenge it, because it's not accurate. Also, we weren't talking about that at the time. She kept having me try to take control of the panel, and I just let her drown. I was like, no. There was people that would get on and talk too long. I'm like, yeah, you're never going to bed. She's like, can you handle this? I was like, nope. Not my panel, not my circus, not my monkeys. Don't care. You deal with it. I am not on your payroll anymore, bitch. I hold my shit a lot differently, which is why I don't allow 6 people up at one time. because I cannot handle. I am entirely too overstimulated for that nonsense. Entirely too much, too overstimulated. Like I literally was setting the phone down and walking away during it. So, um, yeah. Wait, hold on. You are sick to make money off of her lies. Why do you type like that? Second of all, what money do I make? I am absolutely not monetized at all on TikTok. I really wish I was. If I would have known that that video was going to get 1.6 million in like 2 days and that all the other ones combined was going to get me close to 3 million views, I would have monetized that shit prior. I would have made my money off of that. And you want to know fucking why? If Gypsy can get paid for doing it, I can get paid on reporting it. So fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. I just wish I would have monetized it, but I didn't. I don't make money on TikTok. Unless you guys send me like big ass galaxies and shit. No, I don't make money on TikTok. Nice though. That's always everybody's saying. You do this for views and clout and money. Number one, I don't get money on TikTok, okay? Other than like gifts, which I get like a cent per. I don't get money on TikTok. Do it for views. Yeah, that's the whole point, genius. You do stuff so it gets out there. Uh-huh. Clout. What the fuck does clout mean? Can anybody please tell me what the fuck clout is? Because I'm 42 years old and I don't understand clout. I don't need anybody to think I am the G Daddy Mac, okay? I don't care about clout. I don't care about being the best of the best. I do what I do. I say what I say. I try to get my shit out there so that people understand what the fuck it is that they're condoning and giving a platform to. The only reason that I think that I'm glad that I get the views is the point is I know my shit is getting out there. I know the truth is being spread. Clout is stupid, and it's always the same people. It is always the same people that that will comment. You're doing this for clout. It's the same people. It's the people who have 300 followers. They get 12 views per, and they're pissed off that people are more interesting than them. Sucks to suck. I'm sorry. Don't know what to tell you. Make your content better. I don't know. But just because I actually am getting views and you're not, suck it up and deal. I don't know what to tell you. It is. It's ridiculous. It is the dumbest thing ever. It is absolutely stupid. I don't even understand it. And it's always the same people. Always. Um Right. Yeah, anybody can go viral, dude. Anybody can go viral. I'm sorry it sucks to suck. Be mad somewhere else. Die mad. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to apologize for having content people want to watch. Do you know how much work goes into being a content creator like for real? Like for real. Do you have any idea how much time, energy and effort it takes to be an actual content creator? It sucks. It sucks for real. Like it really really sucks. And do you know what comes along with being a content creator? For those of you who don't content create on the daily, do you have any idea what it's like? Do you have any idea? Any idea? Because in the time that I've been a content creator, I've gotten 5 snark pages written about me. I've gotten at least 24 spammy TikToks made on me. I've gotten my work called. I've had to change my name. Being a content creator is not for the weak, okay? It's just not. So when you want to come at me and tell me about how I'm doing shit for clout, fuck you. Period. You guys have no idea what it's like. None. You have no idea. Yeah, I don't even understand that. I don't even understand that. You're good, Amy. You're good. You're good. You're good. Look, I don't even care if trolls are in here as long as they're respectful. I'm one of those people, I'll put up with a lot of shit in my chat, like a lot. I will put up with a lot of shit in my chat. As long as you're not like an absolute disrespectful asshole or repeating the same thing 97,000 times, you're not going to get blocked. I will even entertain trolls and let them ask shitty questions if I'm in the mood. What's my page about? This. I didn't know my page had to be about something. So trolls are welcome. I didn't say they're welcome. I just said that they're allowed. Do I think that Gypsy hurt Dee Dee? Yes. Hello, whoever just said that nice thing. Hi, Peachy. I think Gypsy had a hand in something. What? I don't know. I have my theories. You can check my videos for my theories. So it's pretty obvious what my, well, maybe not. If you're just scrolling on FYP, you would have no idea what my page is for. This particular page is for hot topics. Unfortunately, Gypsy seems to have overran my shit. Now my normal page, the other page that I'm on, that's just my normal main page where I do all my lip syncy videos because I'm normal like everybody else. Do you think that Ryan knows the full truth? I think he knows it. I don't think he wants to accept it. I think they all know. I think they all know everything. They just don't want to accept it. I think that Rod likes to live in a willful ignorance. Was Dan ever questioned? No. I did do some stuff on Micah Miller. It's farther down on my page. Oh, Jesus Christ, Marcus. That's kind of funny, though, to be honest. What's your take on David and all the different versions of checking up on Dee Dee and Gypsy? I think they're bullshit. He says he went through a window he didn't go through. He went through the door. He didn't see her lying in bed with no door. Bullshit. He put himself in that house for a reason. I just don't know what the reason is. Does anyone know what helps with diabetic neuropathy? A lot of people take Neurontin for that. Didn't help me, but... Oh, shit. Hold on. Yeah, he couldn't have got through the window. The window is full of stuff. Okay, so let's talk about the window. The window has stuff in front of it. According to the police report, the windows were not tampered with. He wouldn't have fit. And they literally caught him trying to go in the window, and then he ended up going in the door. He tried to go in the window, but you can see from the crime scene photos, they're full of shit. Yeah. Yeah, nobody went through a window. But I believe there was a lot of stuff. Okay, so the problem is with the smell that I don't think a lot of people understand is, yes, she was, what, 4 days post, right? So you'd think, holy shit, it's the middle of summer. You'd think you would smell something. And the problem is, before she left, she took the thermostat down. The thermostat slowed the decomp. Now, should he have smelled something? Probably. But nobody that when they first came in the house, they did not say, oh, the stench of death was in the air. You know how you always hear that on like ID? They opened the door and the stench of death was overwhelming. They never said that. So she had kicked that thermostat down to icy temperatures. So the body was not decomping the way it should have. So there's a couple things that could have happened with the thermostat going to 70. One, David went in that house. Two, she could have put it on 40 and it could have just slowly went up. It could have been a smart thermostat. It could have not been quite 40. It could have been at 60. Another thing is that can happen is like mine is brand new. Like today, my thermostat was set to 73, but it was so hot that the house was staying at about 77. Now, if she puts the thermostat on like, I don't know, 40, 50, and it was the middle of June, summer, so it's hot. The thermostat, furnace, air conditioner, Jesus Christ, could have made it to where it wasn't going down as far as it needed to be, and it may have settled at 60 or whatever. There's a lot of different things that it maybe could be, but she definitely pulled that thermostat down and slowed decomp for sure. It could have froze up too. So that there's a lot of different things that could have happened. We don't know. All we know is that she absolutely did set that thermostat lower. About the injuries that Dee Dee had, I'm pretty sure that's been talked to death. Yes, they had 3 cats. Cats will eat you. Yeah, they were chilling. They were doing, you know. But then again, you know, you've seen her. She doesn't have any, you know, cat eating marks. So, did I work with do I work with crime scenes? No, I've just been a true crime rabid enthusiast for 30 years. So, damn near been 30 years. God damn, I'm old. 25 years. We'll say 25 years. I've been doing true crime shit for 25 years. That makes me feel a lot better. Yeah. She put the cats outside. Well, the cats were inside when Christy got there. I can tell you that for a fucking fact. I can tell you that for a fucking fact. The cats were in the house when Christy was there. Yes, cats will eat you. Dogs will eat you. If they're hungry, they will eat anything, yes. But those cats were in the fucking house when Christy got there. So I appreciate you that you think I'm good at explaining stuff. I tend to just trip over a lot of words and have dysphagia issues. Hence why I call my microwave a mailbox. To me, it's the same damn thing. They begin with an M, they're square, and you stick shit in them. Same thing. Two can keep a secret if one is dead. Jip Jip can't keep her mouth shut and it's coming out like vomit. Pretty much. Could the thermostat have been set on a timer? Possibly. It looked like one of the smarter ones. Yeah, when they had to go clean out the house or whatever, when they went to go clean out the house, the cats were inside. Trust me, I heard a whole story about the fucking cats. The cats were inside. After when they were Christy was the one who cleaned out the house. After everything was done and moved, they were the ones who went in and cleaned up the house. They were the ones who found all the pills. They were the ones who cleaned up the house. Yeah. So the cats were there. Trust me. I heard a whole story about the fucking cats. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know if she cleaned everything, but she fucking was there. She was there and she was cleaning shit out. Yeah, they were the ones that had to go clean out the house. Yeah. Supposedly the cats got a little hungry. There was absolutely nothing to show that on the body, but according to them, the cats got a little hungry. I was very confused on that, to be honest. What are you doing, Nikki? Knock it off. Did the cats get a new home? Yes. You heard that Christy took some pills from the house. I could not verify that. Wasn't Dee Dee covered with a blanket? Yes. Botfly can show up on a dead body in 10 minutes. I didn't see insects on the crime scene photos. There wasn't any. Weird, right? Do you think she'll go back to jail if she keeps violating her fucking parole? She's gonna go somewhere. When there's a crime scene, it gets released, and it was released to, I guess, apparently the next of kin, which would have been Gypsy. But Christy and them were the ones who cleaned out the house. They were the ones who found a lot of the shit. So they were the ones who were given the house to clean out. Yes, there should have been a lot more liquid than in the pictures. 100%. Do you think she actually has been trying to contact Nick? Yes. The problem is Nick is putting out these videos via that stupid ass NPG Cornerstone. And he's talking about he knows this and he knows that. And it's very likely she probably is contacting him. Nikki! Enough! My dog is back there licking, driving me nuts. Yeah, so supposedly the house never used to look like that. But they were getting ready to possibly move. So the house was kind of a mess. Supposedly. Is it true Dee Dee could bleed internally? Oh my God. Let me guess, you're here from Natasha, right? We had a nurse because, okay, so me and Fancy weren't alive. We let Natasha come up. Natasha rage quit. Look, you can absolutely extinguish internally, okay? That is not a thing that cannot happen. You can absolutely bleed internally and bleed out that way. It can absorb into your organs, etc. The problem is there was puncture wounds that would have released it. Okay. Imagine this as a body. If I stick a pinhole here, it's going to leak out, number one. But number two, when you go into internal bleeding, there will be bruising in the cavity. And where that should have been, there should have been bruising around her navel and abdomen. You can see that there was not a huge amount of bruising in her navel and her abdomen. She was laying on her stomach. If she had internally bled out, there should have been at least some type of bruising. Some type of bruising. Where is the liquid matter? Nobody knows. Nobody can say. It makes no sense. That is the problem. I still say she was unalive prior to getting there, and that would explain the lack of blood. I definitely okay. Look, this is the one theory. The one thing that I can say on this is this. So there is a neck wound, right? It is not as deep as some people say, but it's not deep as other people say. It's about this deep. When they pulled back her flap, for better word, the actual cut is like this. Okay, so it went through that much subcutaneous skin. Okay, there should have been if the heart was beating fully, if the heart was beating fully, and the knife that was used was serrated, there should have been spurts as they were cutting. It should have seeped and spurt. So, in order for it to not spurt onto the ceiling and definitely pool underneath, to me, anyways, and again, I am no doctor by any stretch of the imagination, I just have common fucking sense. And also, we had a person on the panel who knew this shit. Um, the heart had to have been somewhat slowed. So I believe that the neck was actually the last thing to happen because by then she was already halfway in, halfway out to where there wasn't enough veracity from the um heart pumping to shoot that blood up like it should have. It should have bled a lot more considering where it was and what it dealt with. So I believe, in my opinion, that was the last thing that happened. And I will say this: if you watch the deposition and if you watch the interrogation, and then the interrogation, Nick seems kind of confused that there's a neck wound. She says, "Do you mean with the neck wound?" And he seems a little confused. And in the deposition, the only time that Gypsy had any emotion in the hour and 31-minute deposition was when they talked about the neck wound. Gypsy was also in the house by herself for a good 20 plus minutes after the fact. So you can put all that together and wrap it up in a little bow like I just did, or you can think I'm completely crazy. That's fine too. So there's that for me. I couldn't tell you. So many things about the crime scene photos don't make any sense. They just don't. There should be so much more, so much more. They should be 10 times gorier than what they were for what was happening. And for those of you who think that there's cigarette burns, those are not cigarette burns. That is dried, caked blood. Why do you think that Nick said, "I forgive everybody but Dan"? If you listen to the entire clip, which at one point we had written down the entire thing, I need to do it again. If you listen to the entire clip, it's very, very bizarre. He says, I forgive everybody but Dan. Then it says something along the lines, I'd have to pull it up, but I'm on my phone, about she went with him and I stayed. Weird. I'm not really sure what that was supposed to mean, but she went with him and I stayed. I stayed until the end. Weird. That is a very weird thing to say. And you can and there's it's probably 2.5 minutes long of this weird little diatribe he says to himself. But in there, the parts that you could hear the best is I apologize to everybody but Dan. And she went with him and I stayed until the end. Could there be a Rachel? No, double jeopardy. Yeah, that statement is very strange. Where was Nick during that 20 minutes? Supposedly in the cab. He was supposedly in the cab, waiting. That was in the interrogation. The thing that I was talking about with Gypsy is from the deposition from his appeal. I actually never watched his trial. I didn't have cable. I still don't have cable. Which is why I only have episode 5 watched. Because I have to actually go to a link and I lost the link. Yeah, the cabbie said he was with him for 20 minutes. What was going on for 20 minutes? Oh, I don't know. I don't think he fucking knew about the damn neck wound, personally. I think he knows now. I think he knew when they told him, but he literally said, how many did you do? He said 4. They said 4 counting the neck wound, and he went, I don't think he knew about the neck wound, personally, but that's just me. How can we help her accomplice? Well, you can fight for him to get you can fight for him to get a free trial. I'm still an advocate for a fair trial. However, Fuck him and fuck his entourage. Look, I tried to help Nick go to John. I put out ways to help him, places to do. I reached out to him. He was cordial to me. And then him and his little set of groupies at NBG Cornerstone, the one that him and his dad actually do back, decided to put out a video about all the content creators. It was full of racist, homophobic, transphobic, fat shaming rhetoric. And I starred in it as the butch bully. So fuck Nick and fuck his people. I said what I said. Period. Talking to my mom about it, and it's like maybe he only stabbed her 4 times. Maybe so. That's what I think, because there's 13 hesitation ones. Is that actually his page? Yes. They actually him and his dad allow the people that run that page to speak on his behalf. Mm-hmm. People have tried to say, well, it's not his. No, he did. He has said that he allows them to speak on his behalf. They are not doing him any fucking favors. They are taking their vendettas against content creators out by using his name. It's sick. It's disgusting. They're fucked in the head. And he allows it to happen, which is going to help his fucking defense in no way, shape, or form. I said what I said. I reached out to him. He was nice to me. I was not looking for whatever. I asked if he needed somebody to talk to. I was not trying to exploit him in any way, shape, or form. I have had multiple lives. I've put out videos talking about how to help him, different numbers and emails and petitions and things you can sign. It was on my page until approximately a month ago. And when I got told about that video, I took that shit down. Don't bite the fucking hand that feeds you. Fuck him. He still needs a fair trial, but fuck him. You're not going to hear me. You're not going to hear me try to help you anymore. Period. I tried helping you. You were an asshole. Violation number 1. I'm on Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. I just got the account back. I'm going to get it banned again. I don't give a fuck. This is why I don't do TikTok that often. Whenever I talk about Gypsy or anybody, I start getting bans. So I am at Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. This is why I go on YouTube. Yes, Marcus. Ryan Lee TM. It's all one word. Ryan Lee TM. Yeah, the interview where she said about the last words is crazy to me. The last words were, "Don't hurt me." And she gave her a hug and she said, "I'm not dead." What's that for? I'm not dead yet. I absolutely believe the last words she said were, "Don't hurt me." I absolutely believe her last words were, "Don't hurt me." Not "good night," not "I love you," "don't hurt me." I absolutely believe that. So. What they want me to do, they want me to keep restarting the live and go through that action. I'm good. Ban it. I don't care. That's one thing you're just gonna have to understand. You're not gonna shut me up. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about, and that is what it is. Period. Yeah. What about the title of the act being fitting? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was all an act. All of it was an act. It was an act of a con. 100%. 100%. I wouldn't want to sleep in the same house. Trust me, I didn't either. I used to sleep with fucking scissors. I understand that feeling a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, the only time that she showed any emotion throughout that entire deposition is when they talked about the neck. Go back and watch it. She didn't show one damn lick of emotion. They brought up the neck, and you'd seen her go. Why does the neck phase her so much? Interesting concept. 6 lung wounds, 1 heart, 2 liver. So you're telling me that somehow it went from 4 deep wounds to 9 deep wounds? Well, that's interesting. I would love to see the autopsy when it comes out. It's supposed to come out in September. We'll see if that happens. We'll see if that happens. Because I would love to know how he supposedly got her 4 times deep, but there's 9 deep wounds. No, she was not almost beheaded. I mean, it was 2 inches deep into her subcutaneous skin level. It's like it was real deep, but I mean, they weren't going to get all the way through. But you know, it would have took at least 20 minutes. Well, now you got to wonder if that autopsy does drop in September, and Gypsy is reaching out to Nick. You got to wonder why. You got to wonder why. Why all of a sudden? Why now? No, she put the Barney up there. That's a standard thing that people do. They'll cover people up. They'll put something with them. It's a final act of love, which I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. And I don't understand how they were researching ways that would have been extremely less gruesome and ended up with that one. She says that he picked, but whatever. Who do you think is more at fault? And then they asked me, Gypsy, Dee Dee, or Nick. It sure as hell wasn't Dee Dee's fault. So here's the problem. You've come to a channel that is very pro Dee Dee. As a person who has been blamed for being Dee Dee, I understand it. I understand it with a level of I understand this with a level that 99.9% people are never going to understand. We are hearing about this, about the way Dee Dee mistreated her, from a person who has literally went on the record to say she lies and lies without conscience. Do you really honestly believe that Dee Dee did a goddamn thing to her? Like, for real. She literally went laughing. She didn't even tell her lawyers the truth. And I learned how to lie and lie without a conscience. And I lie really well. And then we're going to believe that her mom did all the shit to her. If you want to believe that, I want you to go over to ryan.lee.tm and I want you to look at my third pin video. If you believe that, I want you to go to ryan.lee.tm and I want you to go to my third pin video. That is what we're dealing with right there. That is what we're dealing with. 100%. People, these kids that will lie to make themselves look like a victim no matter what. No matter what. I don't believe for one fucking second that Dee Dee did a goddamn thing, and there's no proof saying she did. There's not one lick of proof showing one instance that she did a goddamn thing. Not one instance. And there is nobody that's ever going to change my mind. What do I think about the Dan theory? I think it's interesting. I definitely have tossed a few scenarios around in my head. Dee Dee loved that creepy creature. I agree. Look, I know how it is. Look, y'all are only seeing me now, just so you know, just so you understand. I want you to understand something. You are only seeing me now because I stopped my Gypsy. I put her in jail. Okay. I had my own Gypsy who had thought about actually unaliving me and my dogs, but that's besides the point. Okay. I put mine in jail. And that is the only reason that you are not hearing my true crime case right now. And the kicker is my kid is Gypsy 2.0. Okay. To listen to her in the video that I have of it pinned, just put Gypsy's face on it. Just put Gypsy's face on it. It's been wild, I can tell you that. I appreciate y'all. And you know what? Here's the kicker. While this was going on, while I had the proof of my abuse, people told me that I deserved it. I signed up for it. To this day, people will believe the shit that comes out of her mouth while even seeing my pinned video of saying that she will lie. And she will lie, and she will lie, and she says she will lie, and she will put out there for the internet to hate me because she wants me to herself. And then she'll put out a video, and my husband's dad, who was here, who saw it all, who backed us 110%, did a 180 after this video and said he would have done the same thing. These people can lie, and they lie so well that people believe them. They believe them. I do not believe for 1 second that Dee Dee did a goddamn thing that Gypsy said, because I literally went through all this. My daughter said the same shit. I abused her and I didn't help her and I was horrible and I was controlling and blah, blah, blah. I was a parent. I was a parent who had to hand feed medication that was spit up, thrown up, whatever. I did everything I could to the best of my ability. And no matter how she tells the story, I am fucking mommy dearest. So you have to understand that Dee Dee is not here to fucking defend herself. She's not here to defend herself. And we are going off the words of a fucking liar. Y'all keep talking about what Dee Dee did, what Dee Dee did. We don't know what Dee Dee did. You know, we could go so many fucking ways with this. Well, yeah, but she made her sit in a wheelchair. How do you even fucking know that, dude? How do you even know that? That could have been a fucking game of pretend for them, for all you know. Gypsy was getting free shit from the time she could figure it out. Do you think Gypsy shaved her own head, or was it her mom? Always wondered about that. Here's the deal. We don't know. We don't know. And, you know, I've thought about that. I've actually thought about that literally during the live earlier. We don't know. We have no idea. So, I mean, exactly. I'd sit my ass in a wheelchair for a free house too. Fuck it, you know? No, Rod is on here doing damage control. He's on here doing damage control because nobody's going to believe Gypsy. Nobody's going to believe Christy. Mia's doing her own thing. The only person who can save that family at this point is Rod. So he's doing damage control. I would love to hear Dee Dee's story. Unfortunately, we can't because she made sure that the one person who could tell her story is dead. And then she went on a huge, nice little slander spree afterwards. Her mom did this. Her mom did that. Really prove it. Prove one damn thing. Prove one damn thing. One. You prove one thing and you might get me to shut up. Do I think Candace Starr is legit? I have no idea. She seems like an okay person to me. I have no idea. Yes, I loved the movie The Good Son, 1991, with Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Mm-hmm. I've seen a few different versions of The Bad Seed, though. What happened with Rod tonight is Rod decided to make a video that I was tagged in and that somebody sent me, and I'm blocked. I didn't even know the man had a TikTok, and he has me blocked. Like, how bad is that? I did not even know he had a TikTok, and I'm already banned. So I had to get on a burner and look. And he made a video saying he's home, and look, here's Gypsy. Gypsy was allegedly supposed to be at the fucking courthouse, but didn't go because she's supposedly having some type of miscarriage issue, but she was laying in bed perfectly fucking fine, whatever. And then when that didn't work, he went on somebody's live, and then he got down, I believe. And then him and Fancy went at it for a little bit, but I'm just trying to figure out how the hell he made it free and clear to be on a live without all these people bothering him. I enjoy my bluntness too. You think she lied about being pregnant? I just have an issue with the fact that at 15 weeks, your child is the size of an apple, not a mango. You're a mango a month to 2 months later. So is she trying to tell us without telling us that she actually could be pregnant from March? I have no idea. But at 15 weeks, your child is a fucking apple, not a mango. The earliest I seen mango was 19 weeks, and I actually saw it at 23 weeks more than I saw it at 19 weeks. So explain that to me. I have no idea. Well, right. Christy's always in the background of Gypsy's life. So how can somebody who's never had a miscarriage know what a miscarriage feels like? I have no idea. No, she didn't say she was due in October. I just seen in a live that Ken was saying her due date is January 22nd. I just seen where it said that they said that her due date was January 22nd. Christy was there with Rod tonight. I doubt it. She grew up in the public view. Now she's trying to be an influencer. Yeah, influence one. I have no idea. Do you think Christy was in a relationship with Ken? She is so obsessed with him. According to Katie Joy, which, you know, take it, love it, leave it. She says that Christy's not after Ken. And she's out in all of Christy's shit. So I would figure that she would say something. Nina said in a video she got from a source that she was due in October. Believe what you want to believe. I'm going to do everything I can to not get banned right now. So I'm just going to breathe in, breathe out. I think that Rod has a very distinct set of personality that he looks for in women. And yeah, I think there's a definite, I think he looks for a very specific type of woman. Look, all right, cool. If we're just going to start throwing shit out there with no basis at all, I say Gypsy's due tomorrow. But you got to believe me because I'm on the internet. That would literally have her fucking conception in end of December, early January. She had a fucking nose done in like what? March? She had her nose done in March. They would have done a pregnancy test. She would have been 8 weeks pregnant when she did her nose and they allowed her nose at 8 weeks pregnant. Get a fucking brain, dude. Get a fucking brain. My God. Her and her fucking sources. Jesus Christ. Look, sometimes you get a good source and sometimes you get a shitty source, but Jesus fucking Christ. You want me to believe that that kid's going to be born somewhere in October. That means she got knocked up end of December, early January. She had a nose surgery in March that they never tested to see if she was pregnant and allowed an elective nose surgery at 8 weeks pregnant. Shut the fuck up. If you believe that, I got a fucking bridge in the Sahara to sell you. Rod's type is sexy golem. I already went into my whole fucking diatribe about what I think about certain creators on this app on the last live. So if you were lucky enough to hear it in the last live, go you. And if not, well, you can make some assumptions. I wonder why someone forced to have so many surgeries would rush to get a nose job. Because she didn't have that many surgeries. She really didn't. I don't know how many ways I can describe this to you. She really didn't. She had eye surgeries. She obviously fucking needs. Her eyes are fucked up. She fixed her salivary glands. Look at her. She drools. She had a feeding tube put in. She had failure to thrive. She had her teeth fixed. Yeah, they were rotting out of her head. What did she have that she didn't need? Shut the fuck up. Everything she had, she needed. Deal with it. And if we're going to talk about things that don't make no damn sense, you want to talk about being triggered, I'm going to go out there to say that if I was tied to a bed and my mom with a dog leash that I had to piss in a bucket or piss on myself, I'm going to pretty much say that I'm not going to be putting a dog leash around my neck and taking pictures with my new boy toy. Just throwing that out there. How the hell you want to talk about PTSD triggers? She shouldn't want anywhere near a dog leash, let alone to fucking wear one. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? You were tied to a bed for 2 freaking weeks. And your mom, according to whatever story you put out. And you can just go make stupid little fucking photos with your boy toy? Shut the fuck up. I can drive a fucking semi through the hole in that shit. Just listen to the whole live with Rod. I do feel bad for him. He's not perfect at all, but you can tell he's really going through it to be willing to go on an hour live like that. I think, and again, I will say this, I think he is willfully ignorant. I think that he knows stuff is going on. He doesn't want to know the particularities because if he has to know about them, he has to deal with them. And if he has to deal with them, it's going to be detrimental because those are people he loves. So it is easier to be willfully ignorant. I don't blame him. But at the same time, you can't sit here and say that everybody's wrong when there's proof that you're not everybody's wrong. He knows that there's shady shit going on. He has to know there's shady shit going on. But he wants plausible deniability. He wants to be able to say, "I'd have no idea. I'm on a boat 28 days. I have no idea what's going on." But it's getting past the point of plausible deniability. When you have her literally messaging people and breaking her parole and having PO officers show up, you can no longer just sit there and go, "Oh, I'm there." Because as the person who is like signed on to make sure that she's on the straight and narrow, I don't even understand how they did that because he's not even home but every other month, which would have to mean that Christy's supposed to be involved with it. Good night, Goldie. Yeah, I agree. Even when she was a kid, he was absent and willfully ignorant. I was surprised and respected how much he was willing to hear people out, considering, yeah, I mean, Fancy, I guess, I didn't watch the live. I got a message about it. But I guess Fancy was actually respectful and got him to listen. And I guess I feel kind of bad for him because I feel like he probably got off that live and now he has to like consider things he never considered. And I gotta wonder, I would love to be a fly on the wall in his house because you know he got hit with facts tonight. You know that something's kicking rocks around in his brain. You know that he is thinking, understanding things, thinking things, happening to correlate this and that together. And I kind of feel bad for him because he was so willfully ignorant prior. And now he has to face shit. He's going to have to. Oh, I agree. I think something big is coming, and Rod is the distraction. He doesn't do social media. Nope. I'm telling you, putting him out there was the last ditch effort. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all do not even understand how much he hates social media and drama and this and that. For him to actually come out and do something, there is something going on. There is something going on. Trust me. Now, I will tell you this, like that was supposed to comfort people and make them think that everything's okay. Them putting him out as a last ditch crisis effort just makes me think that something way bigger than what I thought was happening. Like she really is going to be taken in, or she really is going to have a miscarriage, or she really is going to have something. The fact that he went on willingly, made a video, went on willingly on lives, went on willingly and talked to Fancy, who he just sued. Something is going on. Something. I don't know what, but something. That is wild. In all the years that this has been going on, Rod has been very, very, I mean, he gets interviewed for, a couple of different shows or whatever, but he's always been off to the side. And it is very, very, very strange to me that he would just be like, I'm going to make a video. And after I make the video, I'm going to just watch random people's lives and I'm going to get on panel. And then after I make this random video, I just go in random people's lives and go on random people's panels. I'm going to talk to the person that I sued for an hour. Yep, that definitely sounds like a good day today. I'm sorry, that's weird. That is weird. If Christy was there, she would have yanked that phone out of his hand. I feel bad for him. He wants to believe. And I think he stayed away from facts because he knew that that was going to fuck him. That's what I'm saying. We would know if Christy was there. She can't keep quiet. You've seen Gypsy's lives. You've seen Gypsy's lives, and you're telling me that Kirsty was sitting next to him? Or Gypsy? Really? You think we wouldn't have heard shit? I couldn't even imagine what because I'll guarantee you, if that man was home, I'm shocked. And if he's not home, or he was awake and nobody else was awake, I can't even imagine what tomorrow morning's going to be like. Can you imagine? Christy's getting blown up. Gypsy's getting blown up about the fact that their dad was in a live talking, and they were talking to Fancy. Tomorrow's going to be ugly, ugly. Think about it. Think about it. Tomorrow is going to be ugly. They just got done suing her. Suing her. And he was on a panel talking to her. This is not going to go well. It's just not. It's just not. I would love to be the fly on the fucking wall tomorrow. If Christy had heard Fancy's voice, she would have snatched the phone out of his hand and slapped him upside with it. Probably. Probably. I will tell you right now, I just sued a bitch. And my husband was like, I will be in love with this crazy motherfucker. And we don't talk for an hour. Mm-hmm. You think that phone would have been up his ass in about 4 seconds? Because that's where it would have been. That's where it would have been. Tomorrow's going to be ugly, yo. Expect something crazy to come out tomorrow. That she's supposed to be in court, that she's having some type of pregnancy issue, that people are fighting. Just know, I'm telling you tomorrow. I'm telling you something's going to hit tomorrow. This is not normal. This is not right. This is weird. This is weird. This is strange. Rod, in the entire time that this has ever happened, he has never done this. They have never done this. Why now? Why now? You're supposed to be in bed. Do you think that she would do a miscarriage to avoid court? Yes. Yes. Do I think that she would absolutely use a miscarriage to get out of court? Yes. You're forgetting I lived with the other version. I lived with one. I lived with a gypsy. You have to understand the things that I know. Do I think that she would have used a miscarriage to get out of court, to get out of trouble? Yes. Yes. I do. Is that what happened? I don't know. Do I believe that that could have happened? Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all don't know what I lived with. Y'all do not know what I lived with, but when I tell you that I had a 2.0, I had a 2.0. I appreciate you. Yeah, they were on there. Yeah, so apparently Fancy has decided she's not going to go to sleep, and she's now in my live. And yeah, I'm glad I survived too most days. Wouldn't she need medical proof to show the court? Yeah, all she has to do is go to the ER, say she's having pain. They'll give her an ultrasound. They'll tell her she's okay. She'll give the court the excuse that she had to go have the baby checked out. It's not hard. That's it. They'll make another date, and she'll have to go then. That's all that has to happen. That's it. That excuse won't last long. It won't. Nope. It won't. It will catch up. It will catch up. So That's just the word on the street. Is she was doing court at 9 o'clock this morning, and at 9 o'clock this morning, she was saying that she was having symptoms of miscarriage. But then Rod does a "I'm home, Gypsy" video, and Gypsy's chilling in bed. I'm good, Dad. The PO can just show up at the house and take her in. She has to have the meeting or whatever first. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if they think that she fucked around, she's gonna find out. But I don't know. I guess we'll find that out. I guess we'll find that out sooner rather than later. Okay. So she did a Zoom call. They're saying she did a Zoom call. She didn't go in, but she did Zoom. All right. So for those of you that have it on authority that she did a Zoom call, what was a Zoom call for? You gotta love the internet rumor mills. The rumor mills are creative. Everybody always says, I know somebody who knowed somebody, and we all knew them before. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't really see a Zoom call for that, but whatever. I'm just going to say it, but I don't really see that happening. I mean, after all, they made Fancy drive to fucking Missouri for hers because if you look up in Missouri, you're not supposed to be able to do Zoom meetings. Every court appearance is in person. You can literally look that up on CaseNet. It literally says all cases will be held in person. So I really doubt there was a Zoom meeting. Yeah, I have two different lives going on. Exactly. It's a game of telephone. My neighbor's best friend's uncle dog said exactly 100%. Yeah, no, I never released rumors that they gave me. I only released them after they were out. Which pin video am I talking about? If you go to ryan.lee.tm, it's the third pin video. No, I am getting tired. Shit. Look, she's gonna use that baby. She's gonna use that baby as a bargaining chip. I know. I've been there. No, it's on my TikTok, ryan.lee.tm. I've been there. I already know how this works. My homicidal daughter did the same thing. She got pregnant. They told us that she was going to be jealous of the baby and to watch out. She was. She told people on TikTok she had to get that baby out of the house. She did. Because she couldn't stand the fact that her son loved me and my husband more than he did her. She could not handle the attention he got from us. She could not handle the attention he got, period. She wanted him gone. So she tried to do it. And now she doesn't have him, and she'll never have him. Those are adorable, by the way. She doesn't have him. She'll never have him. He was taken away permanently and is no longer hers. I've already seen this. I've already seen this show. I've already got the tickets and the souvenir popcorn cup, okay? I already know how this goes. You guys can go to ryan.lee.tm. You can see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And every now and then she'll decide to make a video about how she has made another burner account to watch my lives. and then put out some video full of crock of shit lies. But again, I reference you to my pinned video number 3. So, I've already been here, done that, got the postcard, y'all. I already see how this is going down. Look, I was the same way. I was that face. I was that face that lied and said everything was good, everything was good, everything was good when I knew it wasn't. Hey, I've done it. You try to save face. You try to make sure that people don't think you are that family, but you are that family and you can't run from it. And they need to learn that. Ryan.lee.tm. RYAN.LEE.TM. There is a whole playlist up at the top, and you can look at my third pinned video. Yes, that's it, Stafford. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to pin it, but it didn't work. Anyway. So, if you are not already following me, follow me at Ryan Lee TM, no dots, on YouTube. Just Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. I've almost made it to 2,000. I've almost made it to 2,000. I need y'all to get me to 2,000. I'm trying to get up there, y'all. I'm trying to get up there. It's scary that a baby could be born with a more severe form of that deletion. I knew a lady who had what Gypsy does, and she had 4 kids. The 3 girls were severely microphiliac and died within months, but her son lived and is in a state home severely handicapped. Yeah. We don't have any idea. She doesn't have any idea. She didn't bother to think about getting tested. She didn't think about nothing. She just thought about what she wanted, which was a baby at any cost, whether it was with Nick or with Ryan or with Ken. She's always wanted a baby. I've been there, done that, got the postcard. I know how this works. Trust me, I've literally lived it, dude. The baby's going to come. The baby is going to get more attention. She's going to get aggravated. She's going to get aggravated that the baby controls her. She's going to get aggravated she actually has to pay attention to the baby. She's going to be aggravated that the baby gets more attention than she does. Trust me, I have been there and I have seen it. She's already asked people to give her fucking free shit when she can do it. My kid was the same way. She, and I quote, said, "My followers pay for my baby." And I shut that shit down real fucking quick. Because then she destroyed everything, walked all over things, smashed everything. She didn't give a fuck. She wasn't paying for it. Been there, done that, got the fucking postcard. Appreciate you. I've seen this game. It does not end well. It does not end well. She needs to be watched from the beginning, because if she's anything like my kid, and my kid is everything like her, they need to watch that baby, and they need to make sure that she is not going to get tired of the control or she gets to be too jealous. Because I've seen it happen. And they're very, very, very similar. So it'll end up with real MVP because she wants to control the situation. Even then, it still wouldn't be. MVP is something, it is a disease. It's something you can't control. It's something you can't control. MVP is not a choice to be made. It is a disease, which is why it's in the DSM-5. That's why it's in the DSM-5. Actually, in DSM-5, I think it's fictitious disorder at that point. The point is, you don't choose to be MVP. You have MVP. She is going to choose to act the way she is. Like she is choosing to act the way she is now. She is choosing this stuff. That does not make it MVP. Yeah, she's gonna, once the divorce is through or whatever, I have a feeling that her and Ken are gonna do a shotgun wedding. I'm pretty sure I've heard that there's an ultimatum that he has to propose soon. She's already wearing a wifey shirt. If that was not tacky as fuck. Did anybody see the wifey shirt? So tacky. I think that they're gonna end up having a shotgun wedding. Supposedly the divorce can't go through until the child is like born, and they're saying January 22nd. But I have a feeling they're gonna have like some type of shotgun wedding. If he sticks around that long. Yeah, that is so gross. You are literally married to another man wearing a wifey shirt. Like, are you kidding me? That is so fucking tacky. I don't think Ken is prepared for 24/7 Gypsy. Me either. Me either. No, that was tacky as fuck. You are literally married to another man wearing a wifey shirt for your adulter point. So tacky. If you guys want to watch any of my lives, I had a live the other night. It's a 6-hour live. Me and Fancy were live for 6 hours a night or two ago. If you guys need painting, I believe somebody said they painted their entire living room while listening to us. It was actually a very good live. It had a lot of stuff in it. It was extremely long. It was also a little confusing for those of you who have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. But your sister's live sleep schedule's still off because of Saturday's live. I have 6 fish tanks behind me. Yeah. My lives are on YouTube. I have tons and tons of lives up on YouTube. I'm live every night. I'm trying to do them at 8 p.m. That's what I'm aiming for. If Ken leaves, do you think she'll go back to Ryan? Yes. She has breadcrumbed him. She has him in a corner waiting. Yeah. She's breadcrumbed him. He'll be there. What is GMT? What is GMT? Is that American? That ain't American. I don't know. I'm doing it 8 EST. A B C D E F G. I have no idea what GST is. Fish. I have tons of fish. But yeah. I'm trying to go live about 8 EST. So there's a whole wall of fish tanks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks. Only 5 have fish in them though. Well, actually, only 4 have fish. One of them was a plant tank. We got to completely redo. So, oh, it's 10 a.m. in Scotland. Wow, it's 5:10 a.m. here. Yeah, we've had Oscars before. All right, TikTok. I'm out. Follow me at Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. And I don't know when I'll see you again, TikTok, but I'm always here on YouTube. So we're gonna shut off TikTok right now. No, guys. Yeah, no, I'm up. This is my uptime. This is my uptime. But I'll do my live a little bit on TikTok, but then I always finish it over here on YouTube. You feel like you got so much information in 48 hours. I've had so much information shoved in my head in the past 5 days. My head is about to implode. Between Gypsy and about 5 other things going on, like my brain is completely overworked and I am exhausted. I am like not like physically exhausted. I'm like mentally exhausted. But I actually have to get up here in about 5 hours to take him to work. I can't wait until he gets on this new schedule permanently to where I can just stay and then go to sleep for, 7 o'clock and just sleep. Because right now, basically what's happening is I'm going to bed about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, getting up at 10, taking him, doing what I need to do, and then taking a fucked up nap at the end. Whereas when he gets on this new schedule and he's supposed to 95% get the schedule, right about now, I'd be getting him up. And then in like half an hour, we'd be driving to work. And then I would come home and go to bed for my normal time. But I wouldn't have to get up at 10 to get up and take him to work because we have one car. So sometimes I take the car, sometimes he takes the car. But what did I need the car for tomorrow? Shit. I needed the car for something tomorrow. Oh, I just don't remember what it was. Oh, I have to go get goat food. I have to get goat food. I forgot about that. So that's where we're at there. So you all right down there? Have dogs, they said. It'll be fun, they said. So if I can figure him to just go ahead and get the damn goat food, I want to take the damn car. There was something else I needed the car for. I just can't remember what it was. Emily, that kind of happens in YouTube. They just kind of let me talk. It's a little bit different than TikTok. TikTok is full of people talking, but when on my YouTube, I essentially talk and everybody just listens. That sounds awful, but that's kind of what happens. There's not as much people talking on YouTube as there is on TikTok. I'm actually very used to that. Every now and then I hit a lull and I'm like, can you guys talk? It's kind of creepy. All right. What? Okay. So look, go to on TikTok. That's the name on TikTok. It's the third pin video. You'll be able to find it. Trust me. Here. I'll help you out. Now that I have my phone. Okay. I'm going to show you what it's like living with somebody like Gypsy. I have to leave this up on my profile because people come and find me after she's lied, and I leave this up. Hey Amber, so the whole reason you trash talk me on lives is so that the people who call me mom won't call me mom anymore, and you can put me in solitude, and they won't want me anymore, so you can have me to yourself. Yeah. That you don't want me to have anybody in my life but you. Yeah. Well, thank you for taking accountability. Hey. And you want to know how I got that, by the way? We were sitting at the table and I confronted her with that, and she said it went out exactly like that. I said, damn, I said, I wish I had my fucking phone recording. She goes, well, why don't you just hit record again? And I was like, ain't got to tell me twice. So I hit record, and that's why I was like, we had the conversation, and I was like, I wish I had my fucking phone out. I said, because I would show everybody who you are. And she was like, well, maybe you should pull it out. And I was like, y'all, that ain't even nothing. That ain't even nothing, y'all. When I say that I am scared when I say that, when I I shut it off before it got real bad. That is what I'm worried about. That is what I'm worried about. When a kid comes into play, what can happen? That night he was taken again for the last time. She served 30 days in jail, 11 months suspended sentence, 2 years probation, 2 years had to stay away from me. She's been living in a homeless shelter for the past year. She's still in said homeless shelter. No, I have not seen him since December of last year. Of 22. Yeah, I only knew my grandson for the first 5 weeks. There was an incident. He was taken for 2 months, 2.5 months. He came home. We had him for 6 months. She pulled the stunt that night. He was taken. They were getting ready to hand him back free and clear in January. She pulled another fucking stunt, and she lost him permanently. And now he's been adopted, and she don't see him. I don't see him. I don't get along with the family that has him. They pulled shit with me. I'll never see him again. So, she managed to ruin a whole bunch of people's lives because she's selfish. So, I know what it's like living with somebody like her. That's why when I tell you guys what's going to happen with Gypsy, fucking listen to me. So, yeah, I'm concerned. But, at this rate, you got to wonder, she's been throwing around this whole miscarriage thing. You got to wonder what game she's playing with it. Because it's just interesting that she just throws that out as soon as there's one lick of trouble. She throws out that she thinks she's having one. That's really manipulative. And it's manipulative to anybody who cares about her. It's manipulative to anybody who cares about the baby. To just every time that there's an issue, it's going to be, oh yeah, well, I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. Mackenzie, a lot of people have said that. That was floated all the way back in the beginning, that there would be an incident where it would come out that she had one. I don't know. I feel really bad for Rod. It seems like he's trapped. Now, he's definitely trapped. He's definitely trapped. And I think he's maintained this willful ignorance, because ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. So I believe that he stayed very ignorant. And I don't think he can be ignorant anymore. I mean, all the stuff that Fancy unloaded into his head today, he can't be ignorant anymore. He just can't. I've heard that they were fighting. Somehow that took on a life of a physical fight. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know if they were arguing, if they were fighting, if there was ever a fight, if there was ever an argument. I don't know. And none of us will ever know, because they'll never tell the truth. Supposedly there's no record of the 911 call, which then only leads to believe that somebody from law was there on an unrelated incident. I've also heard something about the fact that they said it was a joke, which I do not understand. I can tell you this, that at least when I was involved, Christy was not scared of Gypsy when I was involved. But I was involved 3 months after she got out. At that point, she was not scared of Gypsy. I don't know if she is now, but she was not then. We have a non-emergency number besides 911, yeah. No, I knew Christy. And somehow Rod has me blocked on his TikTok that I didn't even know he had. You didn't need to block me, boo. I did not even know that it existed. Have they tried to reach out to me? No. We've had some midline conversation in a way, but no. I haven't talked to her since April 9th. That's what I believe, Amy. No, I haven't talked to her since April 9th. She blocked me on everything. Blamed it on Rod. Said Rod did it. I still don't have any confirmation as to whether that was true. I've had somebody close to the family tell me that she did it pretending to be Rod. I don't know. Was there a reason for my falling out? Yes. I was with Fancy. Fancy got on my nerves. We got in a big fight. Christy came in talking to me, whatever. We struck up a friendship. And then this fake PR came in, and the PR was super jealous of me and Christy's friendship. Started a bunch of shit. Got Christy to send her all of my text messages. She decided to take at least one or two of my text messages over to Natasha's live. Then they decided to talk about all my text messages on a live. And I messaged Christy, blowing her fucking phone up, telling her I deserved an explanation as to why my text messages were on Natasha Cooper's live. And she didn't know what was going on. And I blew her fucking phone up. I told her off twice. And then I said, fuck it. And I put up all of our text messages because I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. And she wouldn't get a hold of me. And then she got a hold of me long enough to ask me to take them down, which they're technically still down right now. But then she told me she was going to fix Facebook being blocked. And then 2 days later, I was blocked on everything with no nothing. And then I messaged a mutual friend of ours saying, all she had to do, if Rod was really the reason, was to say, hey, Rod's really mad. I'm just going to have to step back. We can't really talk right now. Just give me like some type of explanation that wasn't a ghosting. And she messaged back that Christy understood what she did wrong and she knows that she hurt me and maybe one day we'll talk and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, then I hear from another family friend that we have in common, that Christy wrote all that shit herself and it never was Rod. I have no idea. I don't know if Rod blocked me because Rod blocked me or if Rod blocked me because Christy blocked me. I don't know. Somebody blocked me somewhere. I have no idea. The PR company wasn't a real PR. Text messages are on my Facebook, but I actually privated those messages. The other messages are between me and the PR. By the way, after they told me, this is another reason why I was pissed. So I knew about Gypsy leaving Ryan like the day before they went. I found out about it Sunday morning. They were gonna go move her out Monday. I knew about it Sunday. Never said a fuck all thing because that's not who I am. And then I'm at work and the PR's blowing up my fucking phone, freaking out as usual. And she's like, I'm going to take this to the content creator of my choice. And I'm like, she's like, and I'm going to tell them how you leak everything. And I'm like, 20 minutes later, Natasha and Nina are talking about it. So I was like, fuck this. I put all the text messages on they're still on my Facebook from the PR. They're still on there. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe Rod would be the one to block you. He seems more disconnected from the drama. Right, but he also is really, really tired of the drama. And look, I don't even blame it. Hold on. Is that the same person that accidentally on purpose blasted the convo on how to get around the text messages? No. My dog. No. I was blowing up their shared Facebook because according to her, they had to have a shared Facebook. Except he has his own Facebook. I didn't find that out till later. And apparently he was getting messages and asked me, he's like, I'm at work. You're blowing up my phone. I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, well, can you take it to my wife's phone? I'm like, sure, whatever. But then he blocked me anyway. So it was weird. Bye, Emily. They didn't need to be that extra. I didn't know Rod had a TikTok, nor I didn't know he had a TikTok. And if he did, it's not like I'm going to try to contact him. That was like super extra in my opinion. Look, I'm one of those people. I get the point. Like, you have me blocked, cool. I'm not gonna like try to like hit you up. I'm not gonna keep messaging you. Like, you've made your boundary, and I will accept your boundary. Like, that was like so extra. So Dee Dee did spoil Gypsy Rose, 100%. 100%. So today, I think will be very interesting in social media land. I want to know what the ramifications were going to be for Rod going on that live with Fancy. I think that's going to be very interesting. I really wonder how today is going to end up faring. I think it's going to be quite interesting. So, but I'll actually get a little bit of sleep before I take him to work anyways. I'm hoping maybe he'll just take the damn car. We're running low on gas, man. I had to do a 4-hour round trip somewhere the other day, and hi from New Zealand. I really should be going to bed. Look, if you're in New Zealand, it's like 9 o'clock right now. It's like, well, no, no. New Zealand's completely different. My bad. I should be asleep right now. He went from Dee Dee controlling him to Christy. He's never had a break. Christy don't let no one talk. She has to be the only one that's right. I don't know. It's so weird. Just as a person who was there, it's hard. It's weird. They seem very, very normal. Very, very, very normal. So it's really hard to believe you're being played because they seem like very normal people. So, like, it took a long time for me to realize how screwed I was getting because they're so normal, you don't want to believe that you're being played. That's what I said, Georgia. There's no way. There's no way. And when Rod is home, Christy's up his ass. I can tell you that. Because he's gone for 28 and he's home for 28. When Rod is home, Christy is up his ass. So there ain't no way that she knew what was going on and didn't say a fucking word. Because I already know that whenever he's home, she is completely up his ass because they're not together for 28 days. And according to her, he basically follows her around like a puppy while he's home. So you're telling me that she didn't even think anything weird that he was off in a room by himself doing a live for an hour? Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. There ain't no way. If you're not following, please follow. I would love to get this over 2,000. I'm trying to get it to at least 2,000. It is a lot harder to get your YouTube up and running than it is a TikTok. I've gotten 16,000 new followers on TikTok in the past 4 days, and I've gotten 200 followers on YouTube. It is so much harder to build your following on YouTube. So, if I could get 1% of my new followers to follow me on YouTube, it'd be great. Yeah, Michelle, I'm actually getting ready to get off here in a second. Right. I definitely think that she was okay with her head being shaved. I mean, I can't say that for any type of definitive proof. I just feel like it wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe they said it was easier for the wigs. I don't know. I have lots of Facebook messages. Oh, what's this? Look at Krusty. She's calling Ken. Fixing her hair. It's fun. You're daddy. Look at Krusty's stomach. I need you to get a big. Christy looks more pregnant than Gypsy. Yeah. That's the video that I saved. What's this one?
I have 2 baby apps on my phone. I have Flow, and I have Target C Plus, and and it gives you like a weekly update of what you should be eating, what you should be.
Yeah. They were live, or Fancy and Rod were live at like 11 o'clock p.m. 10, 11 o'clock p.m. So, no. They weren't at nothing. That's why I can't believe he's home. Because if he was home, they would have been up his ass. They would have been up his ass. And I can't understand that. I can't wrap my head around it. You have to understand, there's no way Christy is going to be okay with Rod talking to Fancy after they just sued her. So today will be interesting. No doubt. Today will be interesting. So it'll be weird. You know, at this point, she's like, what, 15 weeks? My kid had a full on, like, 6-month bump at 12 weeks. I know that that's weird and not normal, but like, she's, 15, 16 weeks. You'd think something would be showing by now. But I mean, I know, like, my cousin didn't show till she was 8 months, so I can't say nothing. I don't know. Well, I don't know, Michelle. All I know, I don't know what time that video went up. I don't know. Supposedly, it went up around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess, is what I got told. She took down the mango video? I wonder why. Because she accidentally told the truth. That she's accidentally probably 19 to 23 weeks. I hate the sound of fish tanks. Like, I'm making him buy auto fillers because I cannot handle this sound. It drives me insane. So we'll find out tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, there was a one point about 14 weeks, my daughter looked like she didn't have a bump anymore. Like she had like a lot of people say it's baby bloat, blah blah blah. No, my daughter had like a bump. It was wild. I showed pictures of it. But then she kind of flattened out a little bit for like a hot second. But I just feel like she should be showing at least a little bit. I don't know. Everybody's different though, so I'm not really going to hold on to that really because everybody is different. So, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, she put that baby registry up damn quick, and God forbid anything happens. I mean, she put that baby registry up quick. I don't pay attention to her to know if she gained weight. Yeah, I get that, Tammy. He has a very distinctive taste in women, I've noticed. Well, she wanted to miss court because she might have gotten in trouble for her parole, is what I'm figuring. I don't know for sure, but that's the word on the street. Well, it was disgusting. She was wearing a shirt that said wifey while married to somebody else. Kind of tacky. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Everything is calculated. I agree. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm sure the next couple days are going to be wild. Today, especially. After Rod going in that After him going in that live with Fancy, things are gonna get weird. Things are gonna get weird, no doubt. I figure the next couple days are gonna be a little weird. She photoshopped her head on someone else's body. I don't think so. Yeah, they were all 100% necessary, 100%. All right, lovelies. I am going to go attempt to get a little bit of a nap before I find out what's going on tomorrow. So, I will see you tomorrow. If you're not subbing, please sub, and I will see y'all later.